Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA, and today I'm just stoked on this one, man. I'm a big Porsche guy, and we don't do enough Porsche stuff around here. I've got the opportunity to shoot this, man. This is, it started life as a 1989 964 Porsche. It's the C4. It's an all-wheel drive car. As you can tell, this car is so far from stock. There's not an inch on this car that hasn't been touched. From the taillights to the front of the car, the motor, everything. This car has fully been gone through, rewired. This is a fully built car, and believe it or not, this thing has over 200,000 miles on it. I'm just in love. The color's amazing. The Nardo Gray is just such an incredibly cool color. Absolutely love this car. Really looking forward to going for a drive in this and walking through all the details. The owner of the car is here with me today, and we're gonna talk about all the details because there's a lot of them on this car. This is just a spectacular build. I'm so knocked out by this. I'm so excited that Aaron brought his car up here for us to shoot, and I can't wait to drive this thing, man. So hold on, because here we go. All right, you guys, here we go for a cruise in Aaron's sick so-called 89, not really an 89 964 at all. But you guys know I'm a Porsche guy, man. I love them. And 964s at this point are almost impossible to get because Singer buys them all. This one, as you guys can tell, it's far from a stock 964. And we're about to find out what all's gone into this car, as I'm the lucky one that gets to drive this thing. Wow, right away it just feels so good, dude. Let's talk about your car, bro.
Yeah, it started off, it's an 89. It's a C4, so it's the heavy all-wheel drive car that nobody wants. I enjoy driving and owning a C4.
Did you buy the car bone stock?
It was already just lowered and on some old BBS RSs.
Okay.
But for the most part,
so that was all?
Yeah.
And it was a different color?
It was Baltic blue, was the original color. The interior was that tan beige color.
Right.
So I did a full interior and exterior flip. I did a full motor refresh, dropped the motor, replaced every plug, drain, hose.
So we talked about this, it's the 3.6 motor still. You didn't do a motor swap.
No.
But it's been fully gone through.
Yeah, it's for the most part, most of it's just bolt on. I did a full header out, exhaust kit. It's the RSR Fab Speed kit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did just a new chip. I got a bigger bore throttle body from FVD, so just to give a little extra air.
Yeah, I noticed carbon stuff back there.
Yeah.
You're Cerakoted the
manifolds.
Yeah.
So just to give it a little nice dress up. It runs great, and I have no problems with it. So,
yeah, it pulls like a Porsche. It's not. You're never, other than a handful of Porsches, you're never expecting big torque and big horsepower. That's not what their design function is.
Right.
Their design is power to weight, which personally I'm a big fan of.
Right.
All right, so that's motor. So suspension's obviously been done on this car.
Yeah, I have H&R deep coilovers on here.
Okay. Sitting super low.
Yeah, I'm slammed, so a lot of the Porsche purists probably hate me for how low I am, but
it looks so good though, dude. I think its stance is one of those funny ones for me because you can easily go too low to where you got all the negative camber and stuff, and it looks horrible. It drives horrible. You lose what the car's about, but I can tell this car drives, dude.
Yeah.
This car feels
it
doesn't do the horrible bouncy stuff with a low car. It's like this car's riding great. What are the wheels that are on here? I
have BBS E88s.
Got it.
And they are it's a motorsport wheel. For GT3s they come center locked,
Nice.
But for us street cars, of course they make it 5 lug for us.
Right. Great look with the gold against the Nardo.
And I got an upgraded Brembo brake kit on here.
But it's
they're
Brembo.
the 964 turbo actually rotors on here.
Oh, okay. And then I noticed under the when we popped the front hood on it, bonnet, I guess they call it in England, right?
Right.
I just can't get ever used to calling it a friggin' bonnet.
Right.
But when you pop the front hood, crazy like suspension stuff going on here.
Sleepers actually did all. It was the mastermind behind that all. They did.
So that's a total one-off.
Yeah,
that's
one-off.
That's not a go to a catalog and buy it.
No, not at all. They fabricated in-house, did all the welding in-house, and Len at Sleepers came out with the whole design, and I think Gary was the guy that did all the welding. They did an awesome job, and it looks pretty badass on there.
When you start pushing the car, you're probably going to notice the front end's a lot more.
Yeah, I'm sure
sturdy.
it's not there just for looks.
Stock clutch, stock trans
stock
on
clutch,
the car.
stock transmission.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it feels like it, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It feels
right.
It feels
I mean,
like exactly
you can
what
still
I
drive
expect.
it. Yeah. You can still drive it on a daily if I wanted to.
You
know?
totally could.
And this hugs corners. You can take corners full speed with acceleration in this car.
I'm
you feel
sure.
no body sway on
This
here.
has got to be a blast up in the canyon.
With the Recaro pole positions, combination of a C4 and a combination of the Toyo R888R tires.
That's what you've got on here.
Yeah,
huh?
it's a nice combination to have.
I've heard great things though, that super sticky and stable.
They're very soft tires. They're very sticky when they're warm.
Right.
But I mean, if you're on a daily on these tires, you're gonna be buying new tires every 2 months or so.
Dude, I get it. Now, this car, obviously, you went ballistic on this interior, man. I mean, Alcantara dash, Alcantara headliner. I love the wheel on here. So, what is this wheel?
It's a Italian brand that made it. It's actually the Gt3 Cup Sport Wheel. It's a small wheel. I think it's a 3. If I remember correctly, it might be a 300 or 320 millimeter wheel. It's a tiny wheel.
It just feels, but it feels,
feels
great,
like, yeah.
dude. It feels very. I mean, it feels like a race wheel.
Right.
You know? You even did
Alcantara
down
bottom
here
trim.
on the bottom of this.
And then the door trim
and you got rid of the glove box.
Remove the
That's
glove box.
That's a hand fab thing, I'm guessing. That's
Redline makes this.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. Radio is here for show. I have no radio, no speakers.
Now you got plenty of music with the sound of the car.
I'd rather listen to the exhaust than some
that beautiful
music.
flat six, man. It's just such a. I love the sound. What are the gauges again? Because these gauges are bitching, dude. I love these gauges.
They're made by FVD. They're silver faces. Just carbon copy of the stock ones, just different colored face. Bought Redline gauge rings, and that color matched it Nardo, the same color as the car.
Yeah.
I bought new glass, new rings, new moldings, and all the fun stuff behind it all, just to get that whole new look on there. So.
But I mean, everything, the shifter, the boot of the shifter, the
e-brake.
The e-brake.
Yeah.
I mean, the roll cage, most guys would, at best, if you cage your car, you're leaving it raw, exposed, you might paint it.
Right.
I mean, you definitely, dude, the stitching on that is beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I had it double stitched by Arthur's Upholstery out in Pasadena. It's a small local shop.
Okay.
It's a little hidden gem. It got my inspiration from all the Singer builds.
Which is a good one to pull inspiration from.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to deal with Porsche. Dude, it looks so good in here.
Thank you.
I'm a details guy, especially when I get into interiors of cars, because we don't spend our time, you know, if you're a guy that likes to drive your car, you spend your time in here. You don't spend your time looking under the hood.
Right.
So I love the attention to detail you went to with your... What are the seats in here?
These are Recaro pole positions.
Got it.
So,
they're bolstered plenty, but they're comfortable.
Yeah, but they're not super tight. I got no complaints with these seats. It was one of my favorite seats by Recaro's.
Yeah. No, it's a great seat. And what are the pedals on here? Because again, like the dead pedal and the pedals themselves, I love them.
They're all Redline. They're all Redline. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So they make all the floorboards and all that stuff. So just to add a little touch to the interior.
Every touch on this interior is great, though, dude. I absolutely love your choices. Is this stock 964, the door pull here?
No, I added the door pulls on there. Yeah, I just ended up buying yellow pulls just to throw a
So-
little off colors in there.
But it's a great touch rather
Yeah,
than
yeah.
having the handle. You
Right,
know, it's
right,
just
right.
it's a cool. Like, I love your choices. You know, a lot of guys build cars and
and go too much.
I'm not a fan of their choices. I'm not going to say it's ugly or bad. It's just not. It's not my flavor. But your choices are really good. dude.
Nice, thank you.
I assume
Thank
like you didn't just turn this over to someone and say, "Hey, do what you want." Like,
No,
you,
no, no. I
you knew what you wanted to do.
I handpicked every single piece in here.
So Sleepers did the. I know they did the front bars.
They did the front crossbars, and then they did majority, like pretty much all of the motor refresh.
Got it. Okay. Who did your exhaust? You said
Fab Speed.
Fab Speed.
Fab Speed.
Great.
It's an RSR kit. Header out. Finished it off with the Gt3 carbon fiber tips on there, and I ended up buying those and had
I
my.
saw the carbon tips. They're so slick.
So those
dude.
are actually Gt3 Fab Speed tips.
I like your choices a lot.
Thank
know?
you.
Especially the color of the car.
Right.
That you went Nardo gray, dude. I mean, it's a color, like, I know we're seeing it a lot right now, but on this car with the gold accents on your rims,
It look to me, it's like period correct with the car.
you know, a lot of people that watch my channel, some of them will freak out about numbers when we talk dollar amounts.
Right.
And they think, oh, that's crazy. There's no possible way. But a lot of people that watch actually like to be educated. They want to learn. They want to understand, like, wow, what went into that? You know?
Right.
I'm curious because it's been a process. It's not like you took the car and in one day said, let's do all this and then wrote one check.
Right.
But I'm curious, what do you, if you don't mind my asking, what
Yeah.
are you into
never-
this car for? Do you
I've
think?
never put all the numbers together, but if I want to estimate interior with paint, I got brand new windshield, front and rear windshields, you know.
Right.
With wheels, with the full brake kit system. About 50K into mods and restoration and stuff like that. On top of another 40, 50 on the car itself. So we're looking close to about a $100,000 car.
God, it drives great, dude.
Right? Not bad for an oldie, huh? For an 80s car.
All right, you guys. Well, that's it for Aaron's insanely cool 1989 964. I mean, obviously, it's not really a 1989 car, but it is. That's what he started with. Every choice on this car, every detail from the wrapped roll cage, that's the stitching on it is impeccable. I mean, this is just such a cool car. Look at this thing, man. I'm stoked that he let me drive it. I mean, if this was my car, I don't know how quickly I'd let someone drive it that I had just met. Stoked that Aaron took the time out of his day to bring this over here for us to shoot and for you guys to get to enjoy watching. Really just a true knockout bitchin' 964. I'm totally in love. I've told him to add me to the long list of people that want to buy this car should he ever decide to sell it. Doubtful he's going to sell this car. But if the day ever comes, I want it. So as always, you guys, I got to say thanks for hanging and thanks for watching. I appreciate the support of the channel. We've just crossed 18,000 subscribers. That's because of you guys, so I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode. All right, man. Later.